Act 28. Inspecting the Grand View Garden. Time: the 15th autumn of the Honglu. Location: various places in the Grand View Garden. Character: Madame Wang, Wang Shifeng, Pinger, Qingwen, Wang Shanbao, the family manager, and several others. Character profile card. Name: Siqi. Gender: female. Alias: Vice Miss. Identity: Wang Shan's granddaughter, Jiao Chuan's senior maid. Personality: refined and charming, decisive and efficient. Siqi's real name is Qin Siki, and she is Wang Shanbao's granddaughter. Wang Shanbao's wife is the housemaid of Lady Wang. Siqi's lover is Pan Yuan, a servant of the Jia family. That day, Feng Jie was chatting with Ping Er in the room when Madame Wang suddenly stormed in angrily with the maid. Feng Jie quickly served tea to Madame Wang and asked with a smile, "Madam, what brings you here today?" Madame Wang didn't respond. The anger on her face was uncontrollable. She scolded Ping Er, "Ping Er, go out." Ping Er knew that Madame Wang had something to say, so she quickly led the maids out of the room. Looking at Madame Wang's expression, Shifeng felt uneasy and panicked. When everyone else had left, Madame Wang took out a sachet from her sleeve and placed it on the table, tears in her eyes as she said, "You see." Sister Feng busily picked up the fragrant bag and examined it carefully, only to see that it was actually a Shijin Chuni fragrant bag. She was immediately surprised and quickly asked, "Where did this thing come from?" Madame Wang immediately burst into tears and tremblingly said, "This thing was left on the rocks in the garden in broad daylight, and it was picked up by the old lady's maidservant. Luckily, your mother-in-law saw it. Otherwise, it would have been directly sent to the old lady. I ask you, why did you leave this thing there?" Hearing this, Shifeng's face immediately changed and she asked, "Madam, are you saying this is mine?" Madame Wang cried and said, "What else can we do? Just think about it. In this garden, besides you young couples, what would those old women come here for? If others find out that this has been found in the garden, what will happen to your life and reputation?" Wang Shifeng suddenly became anxious and annoyed, quickly knelt down in front of Mrs. Wang, tears in her eyes, and said, "I don't have such a thing. Please think carefully. This sachet is very roughly made. How could I possibly use such a thing? Furthermore, even if I had it, I wouldn't carry it around with me everywhere. Besides, although I am a young daughter-in-law, there is more than one person younger than me here. They also often walk in the garden. Maybe it was dropped by them, who knows? Moreover, there are many maids in the garden who can guarantee that every one of them is honest. In short, I can guarantee that not only me, even Pinger would not do such a thing." After listening to Shifeng's words, Madame Wang's heart that had been hanging in the air was relieved by half. She sighed and said, "You can get up now. I know you are a respectable girl and would not behave so recklessly. It was your mother-in-law who had someone send this to me, which made me very angry." Feng Jie said, "Madam, don't be angry. We have to investigate this matter in secret in order to know the truth." Later, Sister Feng had people summon the wife of Zhou Rui, Wu Xing, Zheng Hua, Lai Wang, and Lai Shi. Mrs. Xing's companion Wang Shanbao's wife also came, carrying the scented pouch she had given to Mrs. Wang. When she saw her come in, Mrs. Wang said, "Go tell Madam I sent you to take care of the garden. It's better than having someone else do it." This Wang girl has always been narrow-minded, and the maids in the garden usually don't take her seriously, so she has been holding grudges. This incident with the sachet just gave her the opportunity to make trouble. Now, when she heard that Lady Wang wanted her to take care of this matter, it was exactly what she wanted. She quickly said, "I don't mean to gossip, but it should have been handled more strictly a long time ago. These maids, with their high spirits, all think of themselves as young ladies. The others are actually not too bad, but the one in Bao Yu's room, Qingwen, relies on her appearance and cleverness, always dressing up like she's sure, seductive and not decent at all." Madame Wang felt uncomfortable when she heard this, so she immediately sent someone to call Qingwen. As luck would have it, Qingwen was not feeling well these days and did not dress up, so she went straight to Mrs. Feng's place. When Madame Wang saw her messy hair and disheveled clothes, she was instantly furious and coldly said, "What a sickly beauty! Who are you trying to impress by looking like this every day? I'll let you off today, but I'll expose you tomorrow. Is Bao Yu feeling better today?" Qingwen has always been shrewd. Upon hearing these words, she knew for sure that someone was plotting against her. She quickly kneeled down and said, "I do not often go to Bao Yu's room, nor do I often spend time with Bao Yu, so I am not sure." Madame Wang angrily rebuked, "For saying such things, you deserve to be slapped. What use are you?" Qingwen busily said, "I used to serve the old lady, but she was afraid of the desolate and sparsely populated garden, so she asked me to stand guard in the outside room. In my free time, I would go to the old lady's room to do needlework. That's why I didn't pay close attention to Bao Yu's affairs." Madame Wang finally breathed a sigh of relief and said, "You don't have to worry about Bao Yu's matters. Since it was grandmother who asked you to look at the room, I will ask grandmother to call you back tomorrow." She then instructed Wang Shanbao's wife to take care of the house. "These days, keep an eye on her. Don't let her go to Bao Yu's room. Let me inform grandmother first before dealing with her." After leaving Madame Wang's place, Qingwen covered her face with a handkerchief and cried all the way back to the Yihong court. Sister Feng knows that Wang Shanbao's wife are used to causing trouble, but seeing Madame Wang getting angry, she can only bow her head and keep quiet. Wang Shanbao's wife takes advantage of the situation and suggests searching the maids' rooms after the gates are closed at night. Madame Wang agrees with a nod, and Sister Feng doesn't have anything more to say. After dinner, Wang Shanbao's wife invited Sister Feng to come with them, had the Grand View Garden locked up, and then started searching. The first place they went straight to was Bao Yu's Yihong courtyard. Bao Yu didn't know what was going on, so he asked Sister Feng. Sister Feng then evasively said, "It's just that something was lost, probably taken by one of the maids. Let's just check everyone." Wang Shanbao's wife and her men searched through all the boxes in the house, but didn't find anything suspicious. When it was Qingwen's turn to have her box inspected, she immediately burst out, opened the box, lifted it with both hands, and dumped everything on the floor. Wang Shanbao's wife felt embarrassed by Qingwen's behavior, while Sister Feng, watching the scene, felt somewhat satisfied. After searching through everything and not finding anything inappropriate, they had no choice but to leave the Yihong courtyard. Next, everyone went to Dayu's place, followed by Tanchun's place, and then they searched Liwan, Shichun, and Yingchun's residences one by one. After a thorough search, they found a packet of silver and men's shoes and socks that Jiazhen had sent to Shichun's brother in Shichun's maid's box. In Yingchun's maid's box, they found a pair of men's cotton socks, a pair of satin shoes, and a large red note, all gifts from Siki's cousin, Pan Yuan. Yingchun's maid happened to be Wang Shanbao's granddaughter, and when everyone realized this, they burst into laughter, causing Wang Shanbao's wife to feel both angry and embarrassed. Sister Feng was worried that Siki would do something drastic at night, so she found 2 maids to watch over her and had someone put away all the things, planning to deal with it the next day. However, the next day, Sister Feng suddenly fell ill and couldn't get out of bed, so Siki's matter was temporarily put on hold.